Hey, it's your boy Rain Hot. Hey, okay. Hey, it's your boy Rain Hot. Hey,
what is up, everybody? It is your boy, the Rain. The Rain High. I don't really be doing the red part no more. I should bring that back though. But welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're here to react to The Terrifying Truth About Chimps by Casual Geographic. Now, I've been seeing Casual Geographic blowing up with all the reaction channels over the course of the last year. I've never watched, well, actually no, that's a lie. I have watched a couple videos by him, like people reacting to him, but I've never reacted to him on this channel. So chimps are already pretty scary, so I wonder how they're getting worse. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
One of the world's scariest
I said let's
animals
get
just
in the
got a
video.
whole lot scarier. And Planet of the Apes is slowly becoming non-fiction. Because apparently
Really?
chimpanzees are out here murking gorillas. Scientists
Nah.
in 2021
Hold
witnessed
up.
a troop of chimpanzees basically jumping a family of gorillas. And when I say gang, we're talking about almost 30 chimps pressing a family of 5.
Well, I mean, I guess that's not that surprising because I mean it's 30 versus 5. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like if you had to fight 30 like preteens all at once, I'm pretty sure you would lose too. You know what I mean? I know I'd get my ass kicked because, like, you know, you try to hit down and shit because, you know, they shorter than you. But one come on your back and you're like, ah.
A silverback can weigh up to 400 pounds and could probably bench press your car. And according
Facts.
to witnesses, the silverback was eating chimps left and right like they were paper mache. But eventually the chimps overwhelmed the bigger silverback and even kidnapped a baby gorilla.
Power in numbers, my guy.
What they did, but that family of 5 became a party of 4. And
Yo!
Last time, because later that year, scientists watched the same group of chimpanzees do the same exact thing. Square up with a family of gorillas, kidnapped a baby, and erase its name from the gorilla's census. And it's not like we didn't know chimps were about that. They often hunt babies and vervet monkeys, and we've even seen them use weapons like spears to do it. But it's one thing to hunt something that weighs like 5 Skittles. Going gorillas is another tier of Black Air Force activity, which is why I'd rather be locked in a room with a jaguar than a chimp. Because at least a jaguar gonna make it quick. That's exactly right. Chimpanzees have been known to hunt using spears, and the way they do it is not pretty. So what you gotta remember is these sociopaths share about 98% of their DNA with us, and they have more in common with humans than just thumbs. They're part of a special class of animals that can create and use tools, and chimps are probably the best at it. They'll take twigs, stick them in mounds, and literally...
I mean, we all learned that at school.
They'll use stones as hammers to crack open nuts, and it's actually a lot harder than it looks. They'll use leaves as sponges to drink water, sticks to steal honey from bees. Some have even been seen making and using stone flakes, which are really close to what early humans used to make back in the day.
Makes sense.
Chimps also use spears by breaking off a stick, sharpening one end with their teeth, and then shoving it into the hollow part of a tree trunk. Because they know that's where bush babies sleep. Scientists watch them stab bush babies and force them out of their hiding spot in trees, where they proceeded to tear them apart and eat them alive. So they don't actually yeet the spear the way a lot of people probably thought, but they're definitely too smart for everyone else's good. Also, fun fact, out of all the animals I've talked about, a chimp was probably the closest to ending my entire way of life. But that's a story for another video. Alright, so here's a story of how
wait a minute.
ending my entire way of life. But that's a story for another video. Alright, so here's a story of how
I wonder what happened there.
My entire way of life. So this
here it is.
That little country right there. I was visiting for a couple months, and me and some family decided to go to a zoo that, looking back, was way too rundown to be called an actual zoo.
If you want to talk about zoos, yo, I live in Boston, right? And we got a zoo here. That zoo is so ass, bro. Like,
separating
so
the
ass.
From the general public were prison bars that are wide enough to stick your hand through. And before you even think it, no, I did not stick my hand into the chimp cage. I was 7, but I wasn't stupid. Now, if you wanted to see stupid, you'd have to look at the people around us. Some of them thought it'd be funny to throw things inside the chimp enclosure.
No, why would you?
Heard it, but I
Nah. You see, like, look, for people who be throwing stuff at animals and stuff, like, I honestly, I hope they like I don't hope that they kill you. let me slow down. But I definitely hope that like they throw their shit at you or some shit, because like I don't know why people always be trying to antagonize animals and stuff like that. Shit is not cool, man.
Scare it. Either way, nobody in that zoo was winning an award, especially when someone started tossing rocks in there. Yeah.
Acting like chimpanzees won't tear you in half. I just remember
watching the chimpanzee just sit there and take it. Until the people ran out of rocks. It wasn't until the chimpanzee started picking the rocks up that the people realized just what they did. They just gave an animal with
you gave him ammo
for anything human ammo. So yeah, as you'd expect, the chimp started fastballing the stones back at the crowd, and all we could do was run and take cover. And I vividly remember crouching behind a bench, and when I got up, a rock flew past not more than 4 inches past my right eye. I was really just bad luck away from either doing this video with a glass eye or not doing this video at all.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's the thing about like apes and chimpanzees and stuff that I learned about is that they don't necessarily have as great aim as humans have. Like their like motion is not as accurate. I mean, obviously, if they're trained, it might be more accurate or equally accurate. But I'm just saying, like, in the wild. But those dudes, their muscle, like, their core muscle strength in, like, you know, their midsection, their biceps, triceps, and everything, especially gorillas. If you get hit by that, getting yeeted at you, bro, say sayonara, because you going night-night.
Look, you can say size matters all you want. But 4 inches made a difference that day. This picture might look cute, but it's actually one of the most disturbing things you'll ever see. I'm about to tell you one of the most messed up stories you've never.
I bet you, I'm gonna bet y'all $100, and if I lose the bet, I owe everyone watching this video $100, and hold me to it. I bet you that baby gets killed by that chimpanzee. Every time there's been a chimpanzee in the house, or an ape or whatever, they always end up hurting somebody.
So
I bet you $100.
The question I'm sure all of us have had at least once. What would happen if you raised a human without teaching it a language or having it around any other humans? Like a nature versus nurture kind of thing. It's one thing to think it, it's another to be on CPS's watch list. So this guy had a human son, Donald, that he raised with a female chimpanzee he adopted named Gua. So he treated 10-month-old Donald and 7-month-old Gua the same in ways that would have had CPS, PETA, and the Geneva Convention pulling up. The experiment was weird. He would tap on both of their heads with a spoon just to hear the differences in the sound of their skulls. He would purposely make loud noises and provoke them just to see who would react first. At one point, he even spun Donald around on a high chair until he started crying. It got really dark really fast, especially when the human Donald started acting like his surrogate chimp sister, walking on all fours, being overly aggressive, and even biting people. It's a shame the Pikachu meme didn't exist back then. Donald would bark like Gua when he wanted food and refused to walk on 2 feet even though he could. Eventually, the man who somehow graduated with a doctorate in psychology from Columbia realized that he was ruining his son. So he called the experiment off. The chimpanzee that they treated like a daughter and was part of their family, they packed her up and sent her away to be part of another experiment, where she was unalived by pneumonia a few months later. As for Donald, he grew to be an adult and eventually became a doctor, until he deleted himself at the age of 42. And to add insult to whatever season hell this was supposed to be, if you go over to Dr. Kellogg's Wikipedia, he was described as a guy who had no tolerance for those who were unethical. Moral of this video, Thanos should start to make fun of me. I'm starting to think he was onto something.
No, Thanos was right. Thanos was right. And well, I guess I owe y'all $100.
Make you want to go off the grid and avoid humanity completely. And while that
poor baby and chimp.
VPN, your internet can. Yeah, not my best transition. I'll be better. NordVPN creates.
Yeah, I was like that wasn't really that good.
Your IP address. Like a snow leopard in the mountains, you can observe the world without having to.
Oh yeah, this is that picture where you.
I'm not gonna tell you where he is. If you haven't seen him by now, just know you've already died twice. NordVPN allows you to connect.
I've seen that picture before.
Different countries,
but I couldn't find him just then, so I'd be dead.
Just know Australia Netflix will gladly accept you. With NordVPN, you get all the perks of living in the land down under without also having to pay taxes to kangaroos, and without having to check your snakes for toilets. You have any idea how dangerous toilets are?
You know, now I got a question. How do y'all live in Australia? If I have any viewer who's from Australia that sees this video, can I just ask you like this is a serious question. Serious question. How many snake bites have you had over the course of your life? Serious question. Or how many snakes have you seen? How many kangaroos have tried to... How many people do you know that have been attacked by a kangaroo? I just want to know. Because I know y'all got spidered. I heard the outback is dangerous, man. Y'all got... Oh, my... I can't even.
Also, Nord servers are super.
And I live in America.
As in, you never
going into a school is dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
And with NordVPN's threat protection, you can enjoy your online experience with whatever.
That's kind of a dark joke. I'm sorry, y'all.
Without also having to worry about ads, trackers, or malware.
So I want to get NordVPN. I need to get that
streaming service. Make sure you go to nordvpn.com/casualgeographic to score a huge discount available only for a limited time. And with Nord's money-back guarantee, it's basically risk-free. You want to know what's not risk-free?
Okay, I might use
Having
that.
a chimpanzee as a pet. Oh, trust me, this is going somewhere. After this ad, though.
I know one person. I know one person is gonna die in this video. I'm telling you, one person's gonna die.
Travis was a 13-year-old, 200-pound.
Because they be killing people. I'm telling y'all, they be killing people.
He spent his entire life around people and was basically treated as one of them. He would do things like use the family computer, watch baseball on TV. He knew how to open doors with keys, and sometimes he'd drink wine out of a glass after a long day. Everyone knew him, and he would even greet police officers whenever he would see them around in the neighborhood. I want you to remember that for later. Travis even drove a car, and he did it more than once. It's like if this dude was an actual member of society. Now, what would happen in 2009 wasn't out of nowhere. The red flags were there. He once climbed out of his owner's car and held up traffic for hours looking for a man that threw an empty bottle at the car. And there was one incident where Travis bit a woman's hand and tried to drag her into a car. But none of that was as bad as 09. I'm not going to make any jokes because this was honestly one of the most traumatizing things I've ever seen. Because one day in 2009, Travis left the house with his owner's keys, and the owner and her friend Charlotte Nash tried to get it back. The only problem was Nash used his Tickle Me Elmo to try to bribe him back into the house. And seeing someone else hold his Elmo pissed Travis all the way off. Travis brutally mauled Nash, tearing out her face and limbs and not even stopping when his owner hit him over the head with a shovel. And as the attack got worse, his owner had no choice but to literally stab him in the back.
What did I say? Look at it! Look at that! And look, I don't want to sound prejudiced, but this is some white people shit, y'all. Y'all cannot tell me this is not no white people shit. Look at that. Why would you want that as a pet? He will kill you, my guy. I'm sorry. It makes me so frustrated that stuff like this happens because y'all be trying to make everything pets. Like, some animals are just not supposed to be pets, bro. They're just not supposed to be pets. I'm talking lions, tigers, chimpanzees, apes, scorpions, snakes and shit. Just stop. Cut it all out. Just get a dog or a cat and leave it at that.
And a literal butcher knife to the back only made Travis angrier. Eventually, police were called. Yeah, the same police from earlier. It took multiple bullets just to get Travis to stand down. Travis limped back to the house, went to his cage, and passed away. The victim survived the attack, but Travis had ripped over 90% of her face off. Like lips, eyes, nose, they were all gone.
Oh,
now,
God.
I'm telling you right now, do not Google that if you have a weak stomach. Those pictures personally me up for days when I first saw it. At the time, we didn't really know what set Travis off. Some sources said it was because Charlotte Nash was holding his Elmo. Others say it was because Nash had a different hairstyle that day and that freaked him out. But a toxicology report confirmed that Travis the chimpanzee had Xanax-laced tea the day of the attack. Travis's owner obviously got sued, but then she died of an aneurysm just a year later. It was just bad for everyone involved. But at the end of the day, the lesson here is the chimpanzee never went crazy. The chimp just went chimp. This man was attacked by an animal with a name that might just get me canceled.
Oh, shit.
This is the work of Trombiculidae. But they're also known as, guidelines you better not homie, chiggers. A word that sounds like multiple ethnicities. Not to be confused with a
chiggers
parasitic fleet known as jiggers. And honestly, I don't know what sounds
or
worse.
jiggers.
Chiggers or chiggers, which is apparently less offensive. It's a type of mite found all throughout the world, but the most infamous ones are found in the southeastern U.S., Midwest, and Mexico. I low-key forgot the warning, so
good thing I don't live there.
This might not be the video for you. Because chiggers don't really bite. They'll actually just burrow themselves into your skin, make a little hole, and which is exactly where the swelling and irritation comes from. The worst part is, you usually don't start itching until after the larvae. This is exactly burrow themselves into your skin, make a little hole, and then spit out enzymes that break down skin cells. Which is exactly where the swelling and irritation comes from.
My God.
The worst part is, you usually don't start itching until after the larvae falls off. It's like you're
and
not
now
to suffer until they're
now
dead.
my legs itching.
And once they fall to the ground where they end up becoming their harmless adult forms. And normally the bumps they leave heal on their own. Also, the chiggers in North America usually don't carry disease. They're just really annoying to be around. But yeah, I can't tell you who named them, but I can tell you they did not have a good home life. And I feel like someone owes me reparations for making me say it. So somebody sent me this, and I actually think there's a right answer here. But first, I'm actually curious. Which one would you choose? Like, which one do you think you'd have the best shot with? Off rip, we can go ahead and eliminate the rhino. For a couple reasons. Rhinos have bad eyesight and even worse anxiety.
You will die if you fight a rhino.
With animals that would literally eat them balls first. Life is multiple choice, and rhinos consistently choose battery. So if this anxiety-riddled warhorse has a panic attack near you, you will be a chalk outline. The Komodo's an instant game over too. Because Komodos don't flatline their prey with bacteria the way we thought they did. This homicide gecko is actually venomous. They've been known to dig out human graves and eat the corpses, so don't think you can meal prep too.
No, if you try to fight, Komodo will kill you. Komodo will kill you. Rhino will kill you. I think your best shot would probably be the gorilla, but I forgot what the third animal was.
There's nowhere in the apartment you can go where this 10-foot leather assault weapon can't get to you. Now, the jaguar is actually an interesting one. Jaguar attacks on people are really rare. They're usually in self-defense.
Well, actually, no, that's true.
So you'd actually have a better chance of surviving in a room with a jaguar as long as you don't provoke it or do anything to make him think you're food. However, jags are solitary, and in a one-bedroom apartment, if that jaguar feels like you're in its space, it could be lights out. Which is why your best shot is actually with the gorilla. They're natural pacifists that won't waste calories attacking something that they don't view as an immediate threat to them. So as long as you don't look him in the eye or smile at him, unless you're trying to be Harambe's roommate, your best chance at winning and, you know, living is with the gorilla. I want to show y'all something. So I made a video on this, and a lot of people are commenting how they choose the Komodo since all they'd have to do is climb a counter or just wait there for 37 minutes. Some even said they can manhandle the leather assault weapon if they needed to. I'm not going to talk about how Komodos can be nearly 10 feet long. I'm not going to mention the fact that young Komodos can climb trees. And I'm certainly not going to acknowledge the fact that out of all the animals here, Komodos are the only ones that will actively eat humans.
Yeah, now, like I'm talking about, like, if a Komodo sees you, they will eat you. Like, you have to understand, 2 of these animals are herbivores. They don't, or well, yeah, 2 of these are herbivores. They do not eat meat. The other 2 do eat meat. So if you step in that space, you're dust. Thanos snapped, my nigga.
Talk about any of that. Instead, I'm going to show you this.
Yeah, see, y'all think y'all fighting that? Y'all fighting that? Tell me in the comments who think they fighting that, because I'm not. Look at that. That is 200 pounds. Oh, okay, that's the end. Alright, so that's going to do it for this reaction video. That was informative. That was educational. Some would say it was even a masterpiece. But what I will say, at the least, that I had a good time. Chimps are terrifying. Chimps are absolutely terrifying. But we all knew that, didn't we? I mean, coming into this video, we all knew that. We knew the story about the woman tearing off the face. We knew that. But as a side note, you're not beating a Komodo, so go with the gorilla. I'm just telling you, best choice, go with the gorilla. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. Link to the original video will be down in the description. My socials will also be down there as well. Make sure you go subscribe to Casual Geographic. Use the NordVPN. You know, like and subscribe and hit the bell for the post notifications. Oh my god, I am burnt out. Take care, everybody. Love you.